Hey, Pearls.
Young blood made of gold, a mind you can't control. Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. Before I thinking I can feel like this, make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. Oh, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. Before I'm thinking I can feel like this, make me feel like this.
Hit that thumbs up as you roll in. Hope you're all having a great weekend. Let it go. Gonna slow it down a minute.
I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and
Right,
I'm
77.
woken up. I'm done feeling your lies.
Nana.
I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause I'd start over now. Rewind, and I won't let you go. I need you by my side. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries as we'll fall now. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And now we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere in the world, anywhere on YouTube, anywhere on the internet, and you chose to be here. Your time is very valuable, and I appreciate you spending it with me. Today is September 14th, 2024. It is 8:50 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you all. Really do appreciate you. Uh yeah, Donna, I might need to do that. I may need to do that. It just takes so much time, you know. But I'll do it. I'll do it. 1 month away from my son's birthday. It's almost his birthday. Congratulations, Kendra. Good to see you all, my dear pearls. Hope you are all well. Hello, Sally. Hello. Good to see you, Sharon. Good to see you all. Uh yes, Alicia. Yes, it is. Yeah. Yep, it is. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. I was live a little bit earlier, and I just want to do a little thing and speak about this real quick. I yesterday we did we spoke about Elijah Vu. We did the press conference. It's a case that we covered extensively on this channel. And I had spoken about yesterday how the Two Rivers Police Department in Wisconsin did an exceptional job, not only with Elijah's case, but during a very stressful time with their department. I get it. A lot of us call, a lot of media from all over, and they have been nothing but gracious. They have been so open with the public, as open as they possibly could. And I just wanted to thank them, really. Um, so I was planning on sending them an edible arrangement. There was not an edible arrangement uh, available in that area. The closest one was like 89 miles. So what I did was I sent them a big peace lily from a local florist on behalf of the channels. Uh, Clutch Them Pearls, J for A, uh, and Hey Sweet Tea, from all of you guys, because you guys is what makes it possible. All of you make it possible. And thank you for being along the ride with all of this, because it's stressful on you guys sometimes, I know. But thank you for always sticking in there. I showed the receipt and all of that on the other channel earlier. I know some of you missed it, but it's all over there. It will be delivered Monday um, to the police chief. And I thought maybe we could get a gardener or something to come in and put it in a nice pot, and we could do a like a metal thing, and says in memory of Elijah. Not Yeah, Elijah. Sorry, I thought I was going to say in memory of Elijah. And maybe this winter we can work on seeing if we can get him a bench or something in a park, a local park. That way his memory can live on, and give something back to the community, because the community did non-stop searching for this baby. Um, if I lived in Two Rivers, I would be so proud to have a police chief, a police department, the FBI, and even further, uh, I would just be very proud. So, thank you to some of you that also donated a little bit of that last night. So, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I just wanted to be, of course, transparent. It is on the other channel, the last live. Um, so there's that. So, anywho, thank you all for that. Really do appreciate it. Yeah, crack a cold case. Yeah. I mean, this is a 3-year-old baby. You know what I mean? You're not a man when you're a 3-year-old baby, unlike how some twisted minds think. Uh it amazes me just how people think sometimes, right? But thank you all. I really do appreciate you. So what we're going to do is we are talking about the Sebastian Rogers case tonight. I've got some clarification, some what they call receipts these days, the cool cats and kittens say. Um, and we're going to show those as well. If there is even a shadow of doubt, if there was a shadow of doubt for me that Seth would be involved in any way, shape, or form, I would not support him as publicly as I have supported him. Now, I will say, he's never he's never I've always said, you guys, he was at work. He was at work. I do research constantly. I have a team that helps me do research. You guys send me stuff all the time. I can't thank you enough for that as well. Um, and I trust me, if I'm going to tell you 100, in my opinion, at least if someone is, you know, it first of all, I just want to make it clear. I'm not trying to say it's not my duty whether to say someone is guilty or innocent. I want to make that clear. But what I am saying, if I'm going to give my opinion on it and go to bat for someone, I'm going to make sure, right? I'm going to make sure. And I'll also show you something this evening, um, with some receipts on that. I hope I'm really excited about watching Jennifer Coffindaffer's live Monday. Uh, that'll be interesting as well. The whenever a child is missing, it's it's unimaginable, right? It's unimaginable. These people are going through the hardest times of their life. And they will all say things and do things that we might not agree with. Who they hang around, um, some things they say. We're all exceptionally critical online. Um, I try never to say anything that I would never directly say to someone's face, right? I think a lot of people say things that they would never, ever say or do uh, to someone's face, right? I don't know, prickly pear. I don't know. I really don't know. But we'll find out. I'm sorry, Cat. Very sorry, my dear. Um, but the thing that I have never been able to understand is whenever a parent who says they have, they want their child home, but they don't do much about it. I've never understood that. Never, ever, ever understood that. No one's saying to be perfect. Um, and I understand we're all critical, but how can you not fight for your child? How? That's exactly right. It is not the norm. It is not the norm. And that is exactly what I say, crack a cold case. You're right. People's like, well, you don't understand. Uh, Everyone acts differently. And you're absolutely right. But there is a norm. There is a norm. And the question is, how do you not. And I'm not even meaning going out and searching, but how do you not do the interviews? Because what one of the parents said in this was, "We're so afraid that his name will get lost at the bottom of the feed." But what are we taught? Actions speak louder than words, right? Actions speak louder than words. That's a good question, too. And the answer was he could be anywhere. And that is true. He could be anywhere. But if he walked out, he's much more likely around there. But I don't even believe at this point he walked out. I believe this is absolutely criminal. Who? I don't know. I've told you that. I don't know. I know, in my opinion, it's not Seth. And actually, Chris and Katie have said that it's not him either. And today I'm going to show you. There has been there's people that have lied on absolutely all three parents. And you know, you can question something, that's not a problem. But I don't think anybody should ever be, lied on. And that's my thing. Is just why. Now, Mr. Foot today went on a channel for maybe 5 minutes, and he said that I may play it in just a minute. I don't know. We'll see. That they can't speak or won't speak, something to that effect right now. I don't want to, I played it earlier, but maybe later they would be able to speak. He said that they are working with law enforcement behind the scenes. Mhm. Okay. And, they may speak about something, speak to, you know, their child, uh, Seth, well, the Foots may speak about Sebastian later. Right. Behind the scenes. I mean, this is my thing. Does I mean, how do you work behind the scenes whenever you're not named a suspect? No one is at this point, but you're also not cleared. So I don't know what that means. I mean, 7 months later, I mean, if you're doing interviews, good. But the problem is we don't know any of that because this is someone who said, have you taken, asked, have you taken a lie detector test? Cleared. The answer is cleared. Come on. You don't have to use semantics if you're telling the truth. You don't have to use word games if you're telling the truth. Right? You don't have to tell Nancy Grace, name the time and place. And then, poof, nothing happens. Right? So if he didn't do it with Nancy, how? And he didn't say, he didn't do the lie detector test then on day 7, whenever, or 10 or something like that, when he said passed. He didn't do it then, 7 and 10. He didn't do it a period of time when he did it with Nancy. But he says he did it, the lie detector test, after Nancy. But he has literally been either semantics or lied to Nancy 2 out of 3 times there. So personally, it doesn't make me believe the third time. If you'll take a lie detector test there, you'll take it anywhere. Seth did, and he passed. Seth did, and he passed. Also, I'm going to show you that Seth was at work. Enjoy life. Thank you so much, my friend. You do appreciate that. Thank you, my dear. It was very sweet. Thank you, my dear. Baby kisses. Thank you, my dear. Really do appreciate you, love. If you received that, make sure you give our sweet, sweet baby kisses a big, big thank you. Carmelita! Thank you, my love, for gifting the pearl necklace. Really do appreciate you. If you receive that pearl necklace, you better give our Carmelita a big, big thank you. Or you could say, Katie! And she'll accept that too. She'll accept that too. Okay. Thank you, Carmelita. Thank you so much, Walter's mom. Good to see you, honey. Hope you're well. Hope you're well, my friend. Good to see you. Thank you for your support, Walter's mom. Very sweet of you. And my darling, hello. Thank you so much. That's very, very sweet of you. Very, very sweet of you, my dear. Thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate you. And DJ, put that record on. Thank you, my dear. The Two Rivers Law Enforcement for their excellent work. Rest in peace, though. Thank you, my dear. I appreciate you. You guys make it possible for me. You guys are extraordinarily generous to me, and I really do appreciate it, my dear. Melinda, thank you, my dear. Appreciate you. Good to see you, honey. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. Do we have a drum roll? Let me see here. Do I have a drum roll? Let me look. Do I have a drum roll? That's not really a drum roll.
Hello?
Hello? Okay. All right. Let's get it started. I'm going to show you some receipts. Okay? FBI, open up! Here we go. And I'm going to make them. Oh, let me make sure I've got the one pulled up right. Bear with me, because this is long overdue for this man that has been hounded on and lied that he wasn't at work, that he was sleeping out in a parking lot, or that he left the premise, or that what else did they say? That he was doing had a I don't remember what it was. Someone text me, I can't remember. I don't know. Something about drugs or something like that. It's ridiculous. All right. Here's the email, by the way. Here's the email of yeah, yeah. He never left for 2 hours. He never left for 2 minutes. He was there for 12 hours, which is that. But now let's look at the time card. No. No. He never slept in his truck. Never slept in his truck. He doesn't even someone said hold on one second. And not good. Oh, just Samantha, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. The reason it is because you want your attorney to do that. You want your attorney to do that. That's why. Because your attorney gets it and you keep saying that a person was not at work. There you go. That's why. But here we go. Here we go. Um so 2:25:24, right? 7:01 p.m. Stamp in, stamp out 2:26:24, 7:05 a.m. 12 hours, 12.17 hours. 12.17 hours. Yes. Let me Yep, it is. It is. It's definitely. You cannot the facts are the facts. That's right. And I would submit that a way that Mr. Foot could stop the rumors is show his as well. And show his as well. That's what I would submit. That would be a good thing, right? Where you can, where you can, put the facts out, right? So Mr. Rogers has done this. I don't know. I don't know, Donna. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Um, you know, I think that would be, I think that would be something that, you know, show us. Show us. Because if you show us, it's done. It's done. Right? Um, couldn't arrange for someone else to take. No, there no. There is no reason. There has been no reason for Seth to ever take his son out in the night, right? Oh, let me think. Nerdy, thank you so much, my friend. Oh, damn, what I do? Nerdy, thank you, my dear. Appreciate you very much for the super sticker. Thank you. Oh, Benjamin Bartholomew, thank you so much for gifting 10 pearl necklaces. If you received one of those pearls, come on now. Give our Ben a big, big thank you. Big, big thank you. And you're right. Someone just said it in chat. Someone just said it in chat a minute ago. He may end up saying, well, law enforcement has dictated me not to. Green-eyed Pia, that is a payroll timesheet from Seth's where he was at work for 12.17 hours, along with the email attached. Thank you so much, Ben. Very much appreciate that. Right? It's amazing how law enforcement allegedly dictated Mr. Foote to not allegedly take any other polygraphs, right? But they didn't dictate anything to Mr. Rogers, right? Didn't dictate to anything to Mr. Rogers at all. At all. It's amazing how law enforcement has dictated Mr. Foote to not say when he was home days and weeks up to the time he left at the beginning of February up until the morning Sebastian went missing. Did they dictate? Or is it a dictator? Because you're a dick and you look like a tater. Perhaps, right? Truth Sleuth, thank you, dear. Appreciate you. Justin, continue to stand in the truth even when others don't or choose to look the other way. We know that the light of truth is the best disinfectant to darkness and lies. Praise the Lord. Amen to that, sister. Amen to that. Amen to that. Thank you, Truth Sleuth, my dear. He sure. Well, we got some proofs there, don't we? Don't we? Yes, his I mean, it's very easy to get your timesheet, right? You many times have them, on your pay stub, but it's good to get it uh straight from the source. Straight from the source, right? So, want to show you what Nancy says. Hey, Nana, good to see you. Good to see you, my dear. Truth is, it's important, especially for a dad that is grieving and searching and making mistakes, I'm sure. But you would try anything to find your son. Period. Guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button so we can have a chicken party.
I put Sebastian's father, Seth, on the hot seat on national TV and asked him, would he be willing to take a polygraph? He said yes. He did take a polygraph. Straight back out to Seth Rogers. Joining us is Sebastian's father. And now joining us is a renowned polygrapher, Kendall Schule, former head of the entire FBI polygraph program in DC, former special agent with the FBI in DC.
No. If there wants other proof, because they say, well, this is what you do. This is what you do. Take that piece of paper, take that screenshot, email them yourself. If that's not enough proof for you, verify it yourself. Say, can you verify these are real? Here's the email. Here's this. Send it to him. Is this real? Confirming. There you go. Because I'm not gonna lie on something like that. I'll tell you that. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No ham. No turkey.
He is at Kendall Investigations. Also joining us, Tony Mathis, who is helping Seth Rogers as he walks this very, very rocky path. First of all, let me just get this out of the way. This is a yes, no, Kendall Schule. Did Seth Rogers pass his polygraph?
Yes, he did.
Okay, Seth Rogers, tell me about going and taking the polygraph. We want to hear every single word.
Exactly, Mini Panthers. I volunteer at a prison, and it's a big deal for even the officers to get in. They have to put stuff through scanners and through a metal detector or wanded. Also paperwork or PC, work, log in, them in the system. The cameras and everything. It's like the best place you could be. Cher, what do you mean by that? It's a receipt, though, that... What do you mean by that, Cher?
Because I've got a stack of nasty online posts about you failing, about you not...
Look at Nancy. They even wrote her, calling her, like, I guess, a liar.
Not going, blah, blah, blah. A lot of trolls chiming in. Let's get to the truth of that polygraph. Seth, what happened?
I showed up early for the polygraph. Mr. Kendall contacted me and told me that he'd be there well before the time that we had stated. So I showed up and I sat in the chair and let him attach those things to me and took the polygraph.
Have you ever had a polygraph before?
No, ma'am.
Cher, I just want to make sure something. What is that comment you made? Because I just want to make sure that you understand that uh that wasn't that was like my time card is made by me and I could manipulate it if I wanted. It's very possible is all I'm saying. No, because they're not going to trust me. Trust me, it's verified on camera. It's verified on camera. And how do you manipulate that? How would you? No, because you're in a jail. Your badge and everything tells you that what time you leave and all that. Trust me, it's not. I wouldn't. I mean, I'll just be honest. I'm.
And what kind of questions did the polygrapher Kendall Schewel ask you?
If I had ever wanted
Right, the papers from HR, yeah.
to harm anybody, if I ever wanted to hurt my son, if I'd ever hurt my son, if I'd ever had anything.
I mean, also, if let's say, and this is purely an example, that's it. Let's say that that's from right. Let's say that the police thought Seth was guilty. Example again. They would not allow that out. They would have rejected that email. They would have rejected that email. Because that would be considered evidence. That would be considered evidence. Right. No, I mean, this will get some people fired up because they hold on. What did my thing say the other day? People will genuinely accept fact as truth only if it fits, if the facts agree with what they already believe, right? Intelligent people are able to change their opinion when a fact is in front of them, right? How you shut me up with something that if I think, is show it. Just show it. Show your time. No, sure. You have to, you scan your badge. Yeah.
Thing to do with his disappearance.
Question. You said they hooked you up. What do you mean by that, Seth Rogers?
They put things on my hands. They wrapped cords around me. They had a blood pressure.
Hold on. Did I say you're not intelligent? Did I use your name? I don't even know who you're talking about, number one. And number two, if it offends you, then you're probably who I'm talking about. Because if a factual thing cannot change your mind, you probably should not, number one, be in true crime. right? And number two, like, go fry something. How about that?
Tough on me to measure my blood pressure, measure my heart rate, my breathing rate, things like that.
How long did it take?
It took a minute.
It took 60 seconds. Could you be precise or more precise? How long do you think it took?
We were there for 3 hours, 4 hours.
That's about right. It's not easy. Okay, sit tight, Seth. And again, thank you for being with us. Out to Kendall Schewel, as I told you, former head of the entire FBI polygraph program in DC. Kendall, thank you. When we put out the word that Seth Rogers would take a polygraph, we contacted you because of your reputation. You quickly agreed, and I thank you for that. Again, this was not free. He was paid to do the polygraph. He owes nothing to anybody, and therefore was not swayed one way or the other. He had never met Seth Rogers before in his life. Mr. Schewel, I've looked very carefully at your polygraph report right here. Number one, you start off by saying it was conducted using a...
What? Oh, please. You look like the south end of a northbound horse. Quit.
comparison question format that meets U.S. government standards. What is a comparison question format? What is that?
It's a format that's well accepted by the polygraph community, particularly the American Polygraph Association. There are certain formats that we can use that are more acceptable, that we know are more reliable. And this was one of those, certainly a test format that I would want to use to make sure we're doing everything right to get the correct results. So this is again a format of polygraph that is widely accepted as a standard in the FBI world and in the polygraph world in general. To make sure we're doing everything right to get the correct results. So this is again a format of polygraph.
It's about hatred toward someone, Tracy. It's about hatred toward someone over the fact that a child is missing. And that's just the truth. Listen, there is nothing in this world that I want more than to not think a parent or a caregiver could do something to a child. Right? Now, listen, I'll be the first to say nobody knows us anything. Anything. But also, if it also helps, it does that. That helps too. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying, Alafade. There's 2 times where he's either insinuated with semantics that he took a lie detector test or said he would and rejected. And that's just that. That is literally just that. We don't even, we've heard like 2 or 3 different stories of which one did he say it on, where he said that he got a call and he was trying to listen, and in this year he was getting, they were talking at work. Um, was it Olivia? No, it wasn't Olivia. When he was talking to Katie, yeah. I mean, if you're, in another interview, he says, I work Monday through Friday, or we work Monday through Friday, just like any ordinary couple, like any ordinary family, American family. And on the weekends, we try to get stuff done, try to do a bunch of things. So, you know, there's a car that pulls up to the back of this area, and they go in a common area right toward their home. And there's flashlights. And then when you see them, you say, nothing here, nothing here. Most people would be excited to see that they're, if he's barefooted and he's walking out by himself, at least they know something. But not here. But you would have also got a scent as well. Sebastian's scent is in the home, it's in the driveway, was in the backyard, the most recent scent. But that means if he had walked anywhere else, he would have had a scent. But this is coming from someone who says that a dog's nose is 26%. I don't know what an electronic medium say. Stated that the dog followed a scent that matches up perfectly with those lights. What did Crack a Cold Case say? I may have to duck here, but what about the guy that did the flashlights? And it seems yeah, I believe that there's absolutely more than two people involved. This is, if the FBI offers a reward, you can damn sure bet there is foul play. Again, who? I don't know. Don't know. But he didn't walk out. Really, Craig? He didn't walk out, right? Let me find this right here. Bear with me one moment. I can't remember if it was this one or another one. 1 second, yeah. All right, guys, sorry. Oops, crap. Was it on Nancy's? Was that the one? Was it Smiley's? Okay, I've got Smiley's. Okay, Smiley's. Listen to this. What any kind of sense does this make?
I mean, I'm just wondering.
Not that I don't want to talk. Right. It's not that I don't want to talk to men. I have talked to more law enforcement men agencies in the past 24 days. And I've
You don't talk to men who disagree with you.
toxified everybody else that puts in a lead or says, well, check out the stepfather, do this, do that, call law enforcement, check this out, do this. You take a body, every time something gets reported, a body comes away from the investigation to vet because they are required to do so.
And I can't even imagine how distraught.
That everybody wants to believe.
Let me find it.
But I do believe in privacy and respect, and it goes both ways.
Yeah, I don't feel anybody should be going to anybody's job or
there.
anything like that. No, I don't feel
Love you,
anything like
Bart,
that.
baby.
But as far as JLR, I mean, that's up to you
Oh.
who you speak with or anything like that. Care what people think.
Okay, where's it at?
And I helped raise him, and I still help raise him. And I have a daughter, since everybody wants to know.
Under things, or was it like, what did he mean by that?
Sebastian's room is always a little bit messy, but even more so with all the people coming in, all the law enforcement coming in and looking through things, me looking through things, like everybody was searching everything.
So I have a question then real quick. So
Yeah.
You're asking that question, is that because there's somebody's trying to insinuate that we tried to cover something up because the house was clean? Or
No.
please understand why I'm asking that question, because whether my house is dirty or clean really doesn't matter. But okay, I'm just trying to understand this.
Okay, well, I'll explain it to you. It's because I have a son.
Yes, Philippe.
That is.
That's exactly right. Let's just go ahead and nip this in the bud. Compare SCP KP timesheet for the entire month of February so we can get a crystal clear picture of what they do. Yeah, maybe call logs too. I'm just kidding about that. They left. Fact, don't get over this, y'all. They left the house. They're. Oh yeah, yes. Left the house. No, his house or his job is like 25 minutes away or
Autistic.
something.
He's 28 now, but
35, I don't know.
but I know it's all different types of children on the autism spectrum, but they like stuff in order, and so I was just wondering, like I was just trying to think back, and I'm just wondering, like, what did Seth mean by that? Like, was it just because the bed was messed up? And then I know the cop, like doing these cases and stuff, I know the cops. So, I mean, it's not like you have to get paranoid that I ask you that. It's just, I was asking that because I was thinking back on things, not only personally, but because I was just trying to make sense of, and then when Katie said, well, it was just his room's out of order and stuff, I'm just thinking, well, some kids, maybe they do, if they're autistic, I don't know. I just asked that question. When I ask questions, I just listen. Let me just tell you this: when I ask questions, you don't have to necessarily look. I'm not.
Well, and even what gets me is a mother. She may not do. She rejects the interviews and all that with the news, and half the time seems as if she won't comment. And then on top of that, what really is amazing to me is you won't speak to the father of your child. There is no greater bond that is forever when you have a child with someone. There is no two people that love Sebastian more than Seth and Katie. And that's why it's perplexing. Why you can't, won't, don't speak to the father. Well, Arctic, in my opinion, I believe there is a controlling factor between, and I think someone you've been intimate with, lived with, made a child with. And I think that has a lot to do with it. And I think some other factor doesn't want her to speak or be around him because of a control issue. And why would you want to control that? It has nothing to do with old personal problems, anything like that, right? Nothing to do with, at that point, all of that stuff is gone. Who asked him, why does he do all the talking for them? Yeah.
Police, okay? And you don't have to worry about how I ask questions. It's just, I also worked for a retention center for 11 years, and it was my job to retain people and think outside the box. And that's what I do. It's a habit. So there's
Right.
that.
So me asking that question back
Mhm.
is because you've got a lot of viewers. I'm not saying your viewers. So let's make that super clear so that viewers don't get that construed with anything. But there's so many people out there with their insinuations, and because you asked that question, it would not surprise me to see a comment. Well, that's because they cleaned the house before the cops got there. Trust me, we have seen it all, heard it all. People are putting stuff out there that is completely obtuse
He uses obtuse
from
wrong,
the truth, and it is ridiculous.
incorrect.
That's
Yeah.
why I asked that question.
Yeah. Well, you can ask me anything you want. I mean, I don't mind explaining why I asked. I just don't want you to think I'm asking things in nefarious ways. I'm just simply asking. I'm trying to think because I have been sitting here thinking for days, and I have my own things, and sometimes they have not been good. I'll just be straight up honest with you because I'm not going to be fake and try to hide anything or whatever. You said yourself you've seen things that I said. I was not too happy the other night when somebody took my question and asked you, and that was a personal question when you said and I didn't like how you answered it, to be frank with you.
What did I say? Do you remember what it was, please?
It was something about I was pretty hurt about that myself, and I didn't like that because you knew it was coming, but I didn't ever expect it was coming from somebody else, but they did that because they was butthurt at me anyway. But that's okay. It's okay. It's not about me fighting with anybody else.
That's right. That's right, Lisa. And the thing is, you know, there's no excuse for any of them, right? And that's what, for me, is the concerning thing. Why are they, doing this?
It's about Sebastian here. And I just didn't. I just felt some kind of type of way because it's the way you answered it, and you already had it in your private messages. But none of that matters. What matters is Sebastian, and I want to know. Tell me, Chris, can you tell me about the snake? Tell me about the snake. Why did you get rid of the snake, or y'all got or decided together, or tell me about the snake?
Oh, I don't want to hear about this snake.
There's
1 second.
friends that are in the
Great.
world still that
Throws it away like
are
he
in
throws
that.
everything else.
I didn't have anything retic. I didn't have anything massive, poisonous, or anything like that. Well, Sebastian.
This is another mistruth. Not that it matters. I mean, it does matter because he didn't tell the truth about that, because the people came out and said he didn't tell the truth about that.
People.
I want to find that spot.
And
okay.
You
was my stepson a bird
struck Seth, and that again, that's a long time. I wasn't there, so
No.
and I wasn't there either, for the record. So
maybe Katie should answer this. Again, there was a time, and this is a long. People can change, but again, it's been said that Katie has struck Seth, and that again, that's a long time. I wasn't there, so
No.
and I wasn't there either, for the record. So
maybe Katie should answer this. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe Katie should just answer
No.
this.
That. Oh Lord. No. That is a whole nother thing that happened back then.
Yeah. Well, that's what brought me to my question. So I was just wondering if, Sebastian stepped in. And then I had heard at another place where Seth had said Sebastian would step in. And I didn't even know if he was talking about that or not, because I heard about that separate, that Sebastian would step in and say, don't do this to my dad or whatever. And he could be talking about something totally different. But, again, I have to think all kinds of things in my head. So did Sebastian have tantrums at all? And
When
this is
yeah. I mean, he's a kid. I mean, it's even when I came in the picture, I mean, his tantrums were pretty bad.
Probably not as
I mean, to the point. I
bad
mean,
as yours.
So I'm not dragging Seth.
It was
his mom, his sister, my wife. I'm not.
It was. He was really awful to Trish from Web Sleuths. He was awful to everyone on that panel. Everyone on that panel. I mean, just the way he spoke to the ladies up there, and they were so respectful to him. They were so respectful to him. And Trish is like a very nice person, a very easy person to get along with. So we got 1,000 thumbs. Oops, I don't want my volume up. All right, let's do it.
Katie! Christopher! Katie! Christopher! Katie! Christopher! Katie! Christopher! Oh, Grace! Oh, Grace! Christopher! Christopher! Oh, Grace! Christopher! Christopher! Oh, Grace! Grace!
Something that I believe we're pervy to. Something that I believe we're pervy to. Something that I believe we're pervy to.
Wow. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
even a fly, and he's like, oh!
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
even a fly, and he's like, oh!
Thank you all so very much for 1,000 thumbs. Really do appreciate you. Men like this. And the part where KK says even a fly and he's like, oh, like that. In my opinion, that shows you that he ain't going outside barefooted. For what? For what? Why would he go outside? He doesn't like to be dirty. Doesn't like to be cold. Any of that. None of that.
Dragging people through the mud. So what is in the past is the past, and that really needs to die. And I'm saying that for everybody to hear, to include all parties involved with this situation. The past is a past. It needs to die. Let it be. But
They
at
keep
the
saying
same
who's
time,
Rachel. So they keep saying who's Rachel. So you want to answer that before you tell them to let
yes,
the past
yes,
die?
okay. So I got no problem. Rachel is my third.
I didn't know about Rachel. So
No. So here, let me. I'll make this easy for you. So I've been married 5 times. I'm on my 5th wife, and she's gonna say you're final. So so let me make that clear. She's probably gonna yell at me later that I didn't say final. But I've been married 5 times. Okay, first time her name was Vanessa. Second time her name was Stephanie. Third time her name is Rachel. Fourth time her name is Nina. And I'll gladly answer any questions in any of my marriage.
That's weird.
Out of
wording,
the
isn't
4
it?
ex-wives, 3 of them to this day, I can actually pick up the phone, call, and we can have conversations. That's how good it is.
okay.
My 4th ex-wife, which is the one I have with my daughter, sometimes we can have cordial conversations, sometimes we cannot. I will make that positive. Like, and leave that there. That's why we go to court.
They keep saying something about the story of Rachel. What is the story of Rachel?
The story of Rachel.
Maybe how y'all met and how long did y'all, I don't know, I don't know. This is the first time I'm hearing about Rachel because I haven't dug in that deep into anything. I don't know. Like, how long was y'all married maybe, and how
Right, Cody?
was your relationship? Do y'all have any kids? I don't know.
No,
I'm just
no. I have one biological child in this world. One. That was my 4th wife.
Okay.
The story with Rachel's real simple. We met.
1 second. Let me pass forward this.
Guantanamo Bay.
You're in the stepchildren's lives.
I'm trying to
friends,
find
Katie, with children like him that had autism. So, did you ever have play dates? I guess is the right word. Where you try to get him
Oh, I
together
believe
with other
Nina with all my
children like
heart and
that, or
soul.
maybe that was invited over to your house. Or can you give me a day, like what it was like for him around other children, somebody outside the family?
So Sebastian struggles with maintaining friendships with a lot of the children his age because even with the children that are similar, they tend to have different interests. Sebastian gets very like single mind tracked. Like if he's wanting to talk about.
That's a good question. Justin, if their marriage was on the rocks before Sebastian went missing, what changed? And what does it seem like C and K are joined at the hip now? Yeah, I believe Nina trust me, that woman was so emotional. She is traumatized from this. She is absolutely traumatized from this. And just the stories that we heard Oh my God.
about like Minecraft, and he wants you to be 100% all about the Minecraft. And so a lot of times like other children will be like, yeah, that's cool, but I want to do this, and he'll be, and so they wind up getting frustrated with each other, and that's where a lot of his like struggles making friends come into.
Thank you, Betty. Thank you so much, my dear. Really appreciate you. Thank you for 2 months. Thank you so much, Betty. Well, it's just about, you know, Seth has done everything, everything to show that, he was at work. He's done everything to show that he has no involvement. And he's done, he has been the only one publicly advocating for Sebastian for a few months now. And that's interesting. That's interesting, right? Yeah. Yeah. Why would a kid walk out of their house on a cold night when they literally would walk past their own shoes? Right? Would walk past their own shoes.
Play is
And personal
because
space. Personal space.
yeah, personal space is also another part of it where he disregards like what we call the personal bubble. Just because he just doesn't have that awareness, like he'll just be right here in your face. um but he's capable of getting along with other kids, I mean, and he does, but typically for shorter periods of time. At school he does pretty well with a lot of the kids, but even that, they have to take breaks,
You know what
because
I've noticed about Miss Foot and Mr. Wells? They hit this spike, like they get really, really, really angry, right? And then it is, right, I love everybody, right? Everyone has the right to their opinion. You may not agree with us, but we still love you. It's this intense anger. And then once it is a form of manipulation. It absolutely is, in my opinion, as well.
not him, but not just him, but even the other kids, they each have their unique interests and their unique ways of thinking and doing things, and so they get to each other and they have fun, and then something will happen and one or both will get frustrated, and so they got to time out and whatnot. um we have met some kids, especially like because I like to take them out and go do things, especially in like public settings like the festivals and bowling and stuff like that, to get them out and get them, it gives an opportunity to interact and work on those like kind of social skills and meeting people and being appropriate when meeting people, responding, with appropriate emotions and stances.
Where is it
Totally
at?
different.
He's definitely got a unique rhythm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
but he loves to dance.
Yeah. And that makes me think, I mean, just the music he said he liked.
Let me find
Did
something.
Flyers. We've had, I can't tell you the amount of support that the community has. Tennessee, all the way to Nashville, going down 40, between 240 and I-40. There's at least 7 billboards that were out there posting Sebastian. There was, like, I wish we could. I wish we could shake everybody's hand and give everybody a hug, regardless of how you feel or what you think.
Right there. Figure A. Figure A. What he just said.
But the fact that you keep his name in the public view alone, we can't thank you enough.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I mean, I tell everybody
Not
every
gonna
day,
quit.
look, I don't care who does it. If I see it, you might see on my community page, everybody's shared 100 billion times. I just want his name and face out there too. And whew, it's a lot. I seriously I have a lot of passion for these cases,
Ebony.
the ones that I choose to do. I really do. I'm not big. I grew up, I was born and raised right there in Nashville. I have family right down from y'all. And I have a teacher over at Beach High School. And, it means a lot to
Sure
me,
did.
this case right here. And it
Yep.
touches my heart for so many different reasons.
Yep.
And,
That's what he said today.
it makes me want to cry right now. It does. You have a beautiful son and a handsome son, stepson, son, whatever you want to call it, Katie. And,
if you don't mind me, so I don't know how to say this any other way, and please forgive me because it's going to
you're
sound
fine.
like
Say it. Say
it's
it.
going to sound very jerkish, but I don't want softball questions. People wanted to ask me the hard questions.
All right then. Survey says call in. There you go. We'll ask
Let's get these hard questions out.
hard question.
Sorry, but I just
Well, let me start.
Operators
Okay.
are standing
Have you
by.
ever had CPS called on you before?
yes.
Okay. Okay. And you don't have to go into it elaborate or anything like that. That was the question that I had.
Does anyone
And that
know where
happened.
it is?
Okay. Josh.
Missing, no CPS cases.
Hello?
He said you answered.
So call a spade, but make sure you're right. Now, to be honest with you, it has
Call a
nothing
spade a
to do
spade.
with finding my son.
Call it.
You don't think that you don't think okay. All right. Well, look, man.
How does CPS have to do with anything finding Sebastian? Because if you're insinuating something,
Well, you said they
come out
opened
and
up an
say it.
investigation. You said they opened up an investigation. So you tell me what it has to do with him.
Because what did I tell you? That's what you're not listening. The sheriff's department told us that they are required to report it to DCS, CPS, whatever you want to call them. They are required to report it to them.
Mhm.
That answer has yet to change. It hasn't changed any of the slightest.
And okay, so that's okay, I get it. So it's the only open investigation.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What's the next hard one we got? Fire away.
Okay.
I'm not arguing.
Okay. So I was just wondering, Katie,
you're
let me
live.
ask you this, or
Hey, it's Christine with Cracker Cold Case.
Hey, darling, how are you?
Just wanted to tell you real quick how freaking awesome you are, and thank you for putting out the facts for everybody, because that's all that matters. Facts.
Yeah. It's we're it's one of those things. It just needed to be out, right? It just needed to be out, and he was at work, and he was text. Not even your child goes missing. You call inside the jail. You've got the emergency number. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I wish that there was a way that we could timeline out everybody, Katie and Chris and anybody that is close to them, and timeline them all out for the first 72 hours. And I guarantee you that will lead us to where Sebastian is.
Oh, I mean, and this is not, again, this is not my words. uh, the Foot said that they had, um, what's that? Life 360.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, I would show that in 3 seconds.
Yep. Oh,
I
everything they're doing is not the norm. I mean, it's like from the very first thing. That's why I got involved in this. I don't normally do hot cases. You know that. I'm
Right.
all about cold cases because of this crazy crap. But right from the get go, I'm like, these MFers, they did something to this child. They either hit him somewhere or they arranged him kidnapped. They know what happened. Period. End of story. Because any normal parent doesn't leave the house when a child is missing. You just don't, because you're praying they're going to call, they're going to come back. You don't leave the house. That was my first clue, very first clue. And from there forward, it just changed my mind now. They know where he's at. I don't know if he's alive or not, but they know where he's at.
I just want this a resolution, right? Let's. God, I hope the FBI figures out something soon. Did you watch Jennifer Coffindaffer's?
No, look, know all these people. Like, I see a lot of people in here that I've seen in other ones, but like the last 4 or 5 days, I guess, because I click on yours and watch yours, and I clicked on some of Bullhorn Betty, who I just learned about her like 2 weeks ago when all that stuff was going on with her. Now I go on and like there's 10 people writing about this every night. This same, and there's so much crap. It's just like people picking on other creators. It's nothing. That's why I love your channel. It's nothing that is like doing what you're doing. You're talking about it. You're letting everybody say their opinion. We're all like sleuthing. That's the whole idea.
Right.
Where is Sebastian? Forget about which one's saying what and all the rumors. It just drives me insane.
Yeah. The rumors is, that's just, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. You know what I mean? It's
crazy.
It is crazy.
But I guarantee if we can do a timeline on Katie and Chris, well, we already know where they were, honestly. But the thing with the RV kills me too, that he lied about where the RV was, where he was parked.
What do you mean?
And it wasn't. Chris lied about where the RV was, and everybody was searching the woods by that one RV park. I can't remember the name of it, but he
the Easy Days. The Easy Days.
Yes. I don't know if that was the name of it, but he lied about where he was. And then all of a sudden he goes missing for 17 hours. His parents' RV looks exactly like theirs. I looked them up. I looked up the make model. I looked up the tanks, believe it or not, y'all. That's how crazy I am. I'm thinking they took him out in the tanks. Like they did something to him and he can fit in them tanks. I looked at the size, the weight, everything.
What was interesting to me is whenever they was at that, they were at the bike shop and there's a picture of them and they flat out said that was before Sebastian was missing and they had a shirt of Sebastian on. Find Sebastian.
That's creepy.
Of course it wasn't. I mean, it was just insane.
From get-go, the fact that I can't stop saying it. I know y'all are tired of hearing me say it in all these chats, but the first clue was when they left the house. I mean, that just
for me, my ears perked up when there was no shoes.
That too, and then add autistic to it because he did not like to be dirty. He would not go out at night and get his feet wet like that, like because it would have been due at that hour.
Yes.
There's just no way. And the ants, he's scared to death of ants. I read that too.
Yeah.
There's just no way.
Yeah. Didn't like to be dirty or anything like that. So.
And we're all smart enough. You have so many awesome people in here, y'all. We can figure this out. We just got to do timelines. That's how you do a case. You got to do the timeline. Follow everybody. If you follow the path of all the people that you know are involved with Chris and Katie, we will find him.
Well, I can tell you that allegedly the law enforcement, well, they actually said this publicly, that they wanted Sunday and even Saturday before he went missing, like camera footage. They asked this publicly Saturday and Sunday,
So
which,
they have something we don't.
you know, is interesting, and then at around, I think it was day 10 or so, whenever they was looking at a landfill in a different state, that's when my heart dropped. That's
Yeah.
when my heart dropped, because nothing comes good out of a landfill search, right?
And here's, here's my thing. The other camper, because I think that they switched campers. That's what I think. I think they did that to fool everybody.
Well,
That's my.
what's interesting to me is, within about 50 hours of Mr. Foote arriving back to the house, he went back to Mississippi for 15 hours, and that's now, at that time, we
That's
had
when I think.
no idea of, they were looking for a child that was that walked off, right? And they let him go, and that's when he called Nina, and she said, Chris, I got to get off of here. According to Nina, Chris, I've got to get off here. I've got to tell the courts about, we've got court next week. And that's when he yelled at her and said, there's not going to be fucking court next week. How do you know? I mean, he hadn't even been missing 72 hours at that point.
Where did the parents go? That's my question. And have not been following this like near like y'all had. So that's what I want to know is when he went to go get them. I think he switched campers, but then the parents took off right after that. As soon as he came back into town, the parents left and then they left. Where did the parents go?
They drove to Washington State, and then
that's where he
got on a private plane and flew to Alaska.
Yeah, it don't make no sense. And they left their camper in Washington?
I guess, and then I don't know if they. That's a really good question I've thought about as well. Did they fly back to Washington, and did they drive back, or if not, where the hell's that motorhome or camper or wherever it is?
And I think that they had Seth's motorhome and he had theirs. That's what I think, but I could be totally wrong. But
not Seth. Seth doesn't have a motorhome.
Seth, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I don't think Seth had anything to do with it. I really don't.
Yeah.
And I don't think he knows anything. He was about to get the child. I mean, everything was in his favor. He has no motive.
Yeah. Nothing. No reason.
Sleuthers, if y'all hear us, please figure out where the heck did the parents go? Because we had Chris's. I mean, we had the movements of Chris pretty much, but we don't know that he didn't switch off the campers. And why did the parents leave? Again, why did the parents leave? This is their grandson. They left town too. Come on, y'all.
Allegedly, as when Seth got there, allegedly, according to him, he says that the grandmother was talking about their upcoming trips, like their upcoming vacations and stuff.
Yeah, and we're just all going to go on vacation while one of our kids is missing.
It's weird.
It just doesn't make sense. And like you said, you've worked a lot of cases. I've worked a lot of cases, and nobody acts the same way in any case. Everybody has different emotions. But every parent that child is missing, they are all over it. Not even for the first 48 hours, but for years.
Yes.
And these people are doing nothing but trying to get everybody in trouble and get them away from the case. So, I mean, y'all actions speak louder than words.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so infuriating because where is this child?
Yep. I agree.
And yeah, we should do a whiteboard, Justin.
Oh, honey, I've got. You need to go back. You need to go back and watch my stuff.
I watch a lot of your stuff, but I was out of the game for a little bit, And when you can talk about that privately, I think you kind of helped me with that.
Right. Right. Well, thank
But
you so much, my
anyhow,
dear, for calling. I appreciate you.
you back, and y'all in chat are freaking awesome. I love all your ideas. But look, let's figure out, where did the parents go exactly? What was their trail? And we all need to rent an RV ourselves. We need to get like 15 of us and go on a trip and follow their lead, and we will find them.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you,
You're
dear.
awesome.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Love you.
All right, good call. TJ, thank you so very much, my friend. Really do appreciate. Thank you very much, Justin, Mods, Pearls, for welcoming me into the amazing family. Just love my pearls. Hold on. Two people's calling at once. Hold on. What's it doing? Hold on. Caller, 1 second. Caller, call back. It's not working. I can't. I don't know, the line's bad or something. Call right back, please. It's okay. Another person's calling, so hold on. Rhonda. Hello? What the hell's wrong with my phone? Hello? Oh my God. Hello?
Justin,
Hello. How are you doing, buddy?
you know who this is? Ricky Day.
Ricky from Kentucky.
Yeah. Let me ask you this right here.
Yes, sir.
All righty. You there?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Was the door locked that night when they supposed to came in and got him?
Yes, the door is locked, and you see, they're saying that the windows were not messed with at all. The doors were locked, and that when they woke up, that he locked the door back behind him.
Huh. Well, I promise you, I still think somebody had to know where that little boy lived at. Somebody had to know. It has to be somebody in that family. I mean, what does dog think about it? The bounty hunter.
Well,
if I'm allowed to ask that.
I can't speak for dogs, so I don't know, but I think that he has a lot of questions.
Right. I still think, I promise you, it's somebody in the family know where that boy lived at. I promise you. I'm not going to say it's their mommy and daddy's fault or nothing like that. It's got to be a family member,
Right,
which you can write that down.
Mm-hmm. Witchy Mama says lock the door but doesn't take his shoes. Right, and locks the door behind him. Now, if you're being rushed out, are you going to lock the door behind you?
No.
If you're being taken out? Mm-mm.
No. But the door was locked back.
That's according to the mother, yes.
It's just so much. It's so much rumors. It's about to drive me crazy. Every day I think about something different. I mean, about the camper, about him flying to where is that at now?
The grandparents?
Yeah.
They drove to Washington and flew to Alaska.
Right. You reckon that? I heard a woman on there a while ago. You reckon that was the same camper that he had? I don't know.
I'm
just throwing clues out there. That's about all I'm doing. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings or nothing like that. But it had to be somebody that knows where that boy lived at.
Well, I mean,
or a stranger that might have known him, or how about his real daddy? Have they?
No, his dad was working in a jail that night. He worked from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Couldn't he had a good friend go over and get him out? I don't know.
Well, he would have had to.
It's wild. It's
Yeah.
wild. It is. It sure is. Too many rumors and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I figured I'd give you a call, Justin, man.
Thank you,
I had to
buddy.
get it off my mind.
I appreciate
All
you.
righty,
Thank you
man.
for
You
calling.
have a good night, Justin.
You too,
All
bud.
right, bye, bud.
Bye bye. That was my buddy from Kentucky. Thank you so much for calling. Rhonda, you can call in, or whoever can call in if they want now. Is the phone line still up? There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't know this case like, some of us, so they still ask. Thank you, my dear. That's right. Thank you, Fuzzball Factory. Welcome. Pertaining to the parents, if it was planned in advance in order to be a certain place at a certain time, maybe. Well, the problem is, let me make sure I got my line. Oh, sorry, I didn't have my line. I had my line shut off. It's back on now. You can call again, Rhonda. Sorry. The problem is he either, because of the no scent, and that is per law enforcement, not my opinion, that's per law enforcement, and nothing on camera, he either had to be taken out of that house and carried. Clutch the pearls.
We're clutching. How are you, Justin?
I'm fantastic. How are you, darling?
Good. You look fabulous. Well,
Thanks.
please bear with me. I have a scratch paper with all sorts of different things written, and I'm going to just try to touch on very quickly.
Scratch away, darling.
The first
shit.
thing
Sorry.
is
Mm-hmm.
that as far as the RV park goes, that could have easily been in somebody else's name.
Yes.
If he, in fact, maybe had a girlfriend, allegedly. So I can't say for sure he wasn't at the park just because he was under his name.
That's true.
So just a thought, not to rule it out, because it's possible it could have been something else. Also, the lights in the house. There should have been a lot of light activity up until 3:30 or so going on, turning on of lights and things. Have you heard anything about that?
About what? I don't like
Lights going on, from say like 9 o'clock to 3:30, like if they're running around trying to clean up and gather things.
have not.
Have we asked, or we just don't know?
I haven't got to speak to that person.
Okay, that might be something worth checking into,
Mm-hmm.
because if you add that with your 6 a.m. not coming on and having lights on after she went to bed at midnight,
Mm-hmm.
could be something. Just okay. The next thing, I think that the feet and the socks, there used to be in kind of big shots in that area. And I do think they probably greased some palms or whatever, allegedly. And they're used to getting their way, I think, in their communities. And along with the temper and the bullying, I think people just kind of cave on them. And I think that you and many of the credible YouTubers are getting too close, along with some of the sisters. And that's why they try to throw up these distractions. And that's why I believe they started on Betty, and I believe why they're also turning down Dog. Just my opinion.
I mean, I don't understand why anyone would turn down Dog, the bounty hunter.
Anyhow,
I mean, do you know what, like, sources that man has and the publicity he can, share to the masses that this child is missing?
Well, yeah, exactly. So I think it's because you guys are getting very close, and any help they're running off or denying or threatening. And did you catch on Jen Coffindiffer? She said that she had gotten a text where somebody was saying that they were getting threats
Yep.
of the grape type of assault.
Yep.
And a pew pew or other means of elimination. She supposedly is going to release more Monday, but it's be traced and they can find out who's doing it.
Who did share?
I know who.
Sorry, I'm listening.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
mean, I don't know who it is. I suspect I know who it could be traced to, but I think they're making a lot of mistakes and leaving and dropping breadcrumbs, just even from the interviews and the talk and everything else.
Thank you, Betty.
And I believe that speech, or I call it a speech, that he came out with late this morning or whatever it was, I think that was an attorney or a publicity person or family giving him like a outline to hit these certain points, because we never hear him say Sebastian's name, and he was saying it today quite often, and that's typical narcissistic behavior. He's trying to turn and look like the good guy right now and win people over. And
I agree with that. Yes.
did you also notice when he said Rachel and Nina, when he was listing off his wives, Rachel and Nina, he said them with a hatred and disdain, I feel. And if you listen to the CPS type reports, when he had to say Sebastian's name, he said that in the same tone.
Yes, I sure did.
It was very, very the same exact tone.
Rachel
the other thing
and
was
Nina.
Nina. Yeah, just the way you would say Sebastian.
Yeah.
You know, it was the other wives he didn't say that way, but those two he really has some pent up feelings for, and it came out the same way when he had spoke about the reports and the visit. And I think that CP is correct. This case is going to be studied for years, but it's going to be mostly regarding him and his behavior and everything he's doing, and it's going to be studied because of him. Not because
I think
he's going to be.
I think when a parent doesn't shout it from the rooftops and attend community support, doesn't do the rejects the interviews, rejects the comments, they've reached out for comment, they've declined or whatever. I think that is something to be studied. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. This is definite criminal behavior of some sort. I mean,
well, the FBI doesn't.
It's not,
the FBI doesn't. They're there for crime, right? They're not going to give any sort of, just like Jennifer Coffendaffer said, this has to be worked up the chain of command because they have something and they believe
right.
this could benefit the case.
Absolutely. And I think they have FBI profilers profiling them through their interviews. I truly do.
Oh, I would say that's definitely, in my opinion, as well.
And I still would like them to try to get to the bottom of what did he mean when he said if we knew what Seth had done, nobody would search for him. I want to know, why would he even say that?
What do you mean? Say that again.
When he said, if you guys knew what Sebastian had done, nobody would search for him.
Yeah, I think that was Seth was saying, I don't like to really talk about it much on the channel because it's kind of uncomfortable,
sure.
But it had to do with the essay, from what I understand.
Absolutely.
Like, right.
But still, for a loving parent who what he claimed he was today, that would be something that he should have been helping the child get therapy,
yeah,
working it out, making arrangements that, there's so many things they could have done. And they could have socialized that child. I had 2 special needs. One
Right.
played baseball, one played flag football. You just get them out there.
Well-
And, they do build friendships.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 last quick things, and I'm almost done.
No, you're fine.
I volunteer at the prison. You got to go through a series of locked doors.
Yes.
And they have to be buzzed in from people that are behind, behind where they're watching you. I mean, it's not just like 1 or 2. You got to go through quite a few. And it's a process. It's like probably 5 to 15 minutes to get into work. So if people really think Seth would be going out for breaks, they're ridiculous. Once you get in, it's harder. It's a big deal to get back out. The other 2 things I want to say is the things that we really got to focus on is we got to focus on that garage door. I truly believe that garage door, if we could find out when it was dented and if we could track down that RV, those 2 things I think could break this case. Just my opinion. Everything I said was my opinion.
Right.
And that's all I have to say. But thank you for letting me air out my opinions and my thoughts.
Of course.
And you have a great day. I'm going to let somebody else get through.
Thank you, my dear. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye. What is... Hey, Uncle Taco, why can't people just love their babies? That's a good question. Good question. Betty, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. Goodness gracious. Thank you, sweetsies. What bothers me is that people think that CP has a say in whether Dog or anyone else helps to find Sebastian. If Seth wants Dog, Nick, or anyone else to help him search, isn't that enough? Of course, he's his parent. Absolutely, right? CP is not Sebastian's father. Legally, he has no say right. That is correct. Legally, yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. That is exactly right. And this is the thing, right? Seth is the one searching. Seth is the one doing the interviews to this day, right? And that's what bothers me more than anything is that the other parent isn't. So if the other parent isn't, why should anyone else have a problem with what Seth is, trying to drum up support and help find other people, find his son, look for his son, right? It is the public that truly solves these cases, right? The public is the one that normally sees something, hears something, knows something, reports the tip, and that's just that. That is a fact. So you are spot on. What's his channel? We'll play it real quick. Nick the Hat. Hold on. Where did he do it at? I don't see it. Five days ago, 2 days ago. Where's it at? And I'll play it. Also, CP is only going on 2 channels who are bashing Seth. Why is that? The one bashing Seth, where city? Now, yeah, like when I go to his channel, it doesn't. Right, if I go to videos, 1 day ago, live, 1 day ago. It was a lot. Well, it doesn't say. Did they take it down? Twitter. Let me just see what he says. Hold on, let me find it on Twitter. It's Nick at Night. Nick at Night. Nick at Night. Maybe it's spelled Nyte. Okay. Let me just go to Twitter. That'll be easier. Or X. I'll just do that right there. Nick. Um, 43 minutes ago. Here we go. Why does it? That's so weird. That's so weird, guys. Because, like, when I was trying to do it from when I was looking for it, it wouldn't show me. But whenever I went to Twitter, it was right there. How do I spell his name? Let's find it so I can give him credit. Credit.
Bust a child's lip with braces on. They're his own child. Went through 5-6 marriages. And now Sebastian Rogers is missing. If you go through the timeline and everything, and I'm pretty sure everyone has, every time I go through it, the more and more questions come out about this Dropfoot family, Proudfoot, whatever, Dropfoot, that people are pointing fingers at the dad and say this family has nothing to do with it. The more you look into it, the more and more I have questions, okay? More and more I have questions. You're saying the family was seen at a Texas roadhouse, last final supper of Sebastian before he disappeared.
I think he's so hilarious. He's so funny.
And it's been 7 months, no leads. It's about to go on 8 months. 2 more weeks, it's about to go on 8 months. No leads, nothing. Okay, the TBI hasn't done anything. There's no leads. All they did was they found footprints, construction site, drained a pond, second pond, found a mannequin, not a kid. And there are more and more questions coming out on why isn't the step family saying anything? Okay. Even with the interviews
Never,
that the step
never, ever.
parents and the mom came on, just believe me, only 3 interviews, and it's been going on 8 months. All that they're saying is nothing, just gibberish, like trying to fix their story. Like the first interview was a little bit tacky. Second interview, they try to fix their story up. And when it comes to the third interview, it just started to look
Link is in the chat and in the description for replay
like there was an interview where
for Nick the Hat.
Chris said that the scratch marks that he had on his neck and his hands and everything was from a dog. Now, would dogs really do that to their owners?
Not a little dog like
I
that.
don't really think so. Like, there's no way you could get scratch marks on your neck and on your hand from a dog. Okay. And the other question that comes to mind with me is the first interview, second interview. You guys, mention specific times. Like
Dog said,
if my son
stay
went
clear or
missing,
else. Nick also
I would
said,
just,
dog
it would
will
be
be here
like,
soon
oh,
making a
he
news
went missing in
conference.
such and such time. Not exact time you guys are saying, oh, he was there at like 9:43. I was talking to my wife, and then the next interview is I was talking to my wife while she was reading a book. I was asleep, this and that. How does that make any sense? Like, it
I think he's
sounds
still,
so
yeah.
scripted on the exact times that you guys are saying. Like, you guys wouldn't know the exact time what you guys did yesterday. Okay? Like, what did you guys do at 10:30 yesterday or 10:30? Matter of fact, 10:42 yesterday. And then the other point I want to say is, why did Chris, he keeps saying, I am respectful, I am straightforward kind of person. But like
Right?
when you're on Nancy Grace, you didn't even want to answer the questions of the make and model of your car.
That, that is one thing that's always been very interesting to me. It's like he didn't know the make and model like of his car. I think it's a 2016 diesel Dodge something.
You're
What?
there trying to find your kid, buddy. Like everyone knows the make and model of your car, and especially if you're a construction guy. Okay?
It's like,
Like
damn,
those
dude.
pickup trucks, you have to do a vast amount of research before you pick up a pickup truck for you to work. All right.
I mean, when I talk, a purse falls out of my mouth, right? I know what year, make, and model my truck is, right? So, damn sure Mr. Whatever he is, Napoleon should know. Come on, man. You like when I talk, a purse falls out of my mouth?
Right? And then the wife. There was an extra car at the house.
That sounded like Edgar.
And you're here saying, oh, the company won't let us do this. The company won't let us do that. Well, your wife's LinkedIn said your wife works at a security company system company. I'm sorry. And all day drives is those like mini cargo trucks. What is those Dodge?
Yeah, the drop foots. He calls them the drop foots. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, those dogs, it's a Morkie. They're Morkies. He likes to be rough with them. My purse is full of pearls. That's right. That's right, honey. I mean, for freak sake. What does he think? I mean, does he think? I mean, you like rough with a Morkie, those little Morkies, like you're going to squash them. They got little tiny teeth. Like he had some hooks up in there. Mr. Dropfoot.
Vans, that's all public record. So why are you withholding and hiding things like this on national TV? It makes it look so shady. All right, brother. It makes it look so
Okay, I was
shady
gonna be jealous. So you just
that like you don't want your kid to be found. All right, like all that really matters is for us is what happened to Sebastian. Okay, at this point, 8 months, no leads. Where is Sebastian and what happened to him? All right.
I mean, a lot of us pearls might like to shop, but we are not buying Mr. Dropfoot's BS. I wonder if his truck even is. Oh, I knew that answer.
And all the nights that, like, believe me, brother, like, all the nights that you can't sleep is the guilt because you're reliving on what happened that night. That's why you can't sleep. That's why you're paying these piglets to come on at night to bash and give death threats to people that is trying to help to find Sebastian. Okay. And another thing is, why does the mom make such a big deal about her making breakfast that morning, like the second and third interview? I find it
Right.
really funny because your child is 15 and he's autistic.
It seems like too much of. It seems like too much was done that weekend, and it feels like overcompensation, right? Feels like overcompensation, right? Like that's a lot. Oh, we made spaghetti pancakes. Google it, y'all. Google it, right? He wanted to brag about, you know, talk to the family, right? Then little Melissa called me and said, "Let's do it, Kiki. Let's go, to Sam's Club or whatever the fuck it is that thing is, right?" It's too much, right? But before we did that, we went to the arcade. We had a little Kiki there, and we picked up, Chinchilla, whatever her name is, right? And then, I dropped the groceries off. I said, "Honey, let's go eat. Let's go eat. Let's go. Let's go." Mm-mm. Too much.
And you make it like you force your child to make breakfast for everyone. Like he's the Cinderella of the family because he's special. All right. And what I don't get is even based on like just basic questions that was asked on national news, national TV, you try to dodge those questions like it was bullets coming at you. Like, why
Mhm.
aren't people like
Mhm.
questioning that? Like, they ask you what kind of shoes, what specific shoes your son wear. You're scared to say that. Oh, he has multiple shoes, and then like the husband goes on and lie about, oh, the cops has already gotten a full inventory of Sebastian's shoes. But even the wife
Yes,
came and
Lolo.
corrected you that the inventory that they looked at was the wife inventory to check inventory, not the police, the wife. Okay. And the other thing is,
I'm sorry, he looked like he stepped on a sandcastle.
why are you so
He
like,
does.
I don't know, like I just have like this weird gut sense that you guys know what happened and you guys just want to hide it. Okay. Like, honestly, like the 5 marriages you've been on is it's what's in it for you. Okay. Like, I wouldn't be surprised that you married this
Do I look
woman,
mad? No.
Sebastian's mother, because
I have just never seen someone like change that quick. You know? I mean, honestly, I've never seen someone change that quick. Like, really haven't. Fun fact. He looks like a stepped on sandcastle. Allegedly.
of Sebastian's disability. Okay. You also went on, you don't want to disclose what kind of medicine your son takes. Now, like, forgive me.
You know that song? Someone just said it right here. Someone just said it here. Where was that comment? Where was that comment? Where was it? Damn, where's that comment? That's the worst mullet I've ever seen. You know that song, Sing Your Song, Sweet Music Man? It's an old song. Does anyone know it? Let me know, let me know, let me know, let me know. It's been done by a lot of different artists. Sing your song, sweet music man. Okay. But for it's gonna be sing your song, sweet mullet man. You travel the world with a mullet head. I'm sorry.
Forgive me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure Sebastian left the house without his medications, and it's been 8 months. Okay. Have the police checked? Has anyone went and
No,
still grabbing his
not Piano
prescription?
Man.
Has anyone checked that? You know, like things are just getting funnier and funnier. The more I look into this, and for those of you that doesn't want to look at the facts or like just listen to your cult leader from like the TikTokies and like the YouTubers that wants to just that's being paid
Bully
to
Ray Edgar
stop
Cyrus.
people from finding Sebastian. Like,
Oh,
come and help us. Like, you're
Nick
getting
was
paid
in the
anyway.
comments and said,
Once Sebastian is found,
hold on. Nick was in the comments and said, oh damn, what'd I do? CP hired criminal defense attorney and lied to TBI about evidence. Nick was in the comments and said CP hired criminal defense attorney and lied to TBI about evidence. Yes, you travel the world in your RV, man. It's diesel. Haven't heard that song in years. It's an old song. It's a good song, though. It's such a good song that so many artists call Justin and spill the tea. You are fucking hilarious.
you're going to even be paid even more. You're the one that found him.
It is a good
So
song.
why use that strength,
No. How far up is it?
hatred you have towards people that's actually trying hard to do like search parties, going on like
That he would
bringing out
never find Sebastian. Who
their
told him that?
bringing out their own boats to go search. Why are you stopping these people? It's like that.
Listen, as long as there is always who said that? I mean, and how would they know? Thank you, Lilo.
That old song like that I don't even know, like I don't know the name of it, you know, like why tell me why. It's all whys. There's no
Shirley
answers
Temple.
to this whole case. Okay. All right. If you just looked at the facts, like
That's what I want to know, Primrose.
the dad's cooperating. Okay. He wants his son back so bad
Thank you,
that
Linda.
he's he's gonna lose his job, to be honest, the way he's going at. Like, and like I feel
Maybe.
bad for the guy. Like, seriously, like this is the
Oh,
only
gotcha, gotcha,
parent
gotcha.
out of
While
three,
he was live,
not
gotcha.
two,
Is the
three
chat still
parent
up? Let me see
out
if
of
the
the
chat's
three
still up.
parents that's supposed to be
No.
loving this kid. This is the only parent that's out there trying everything. He would
Nope.
probably give his life to get his son back. Okay, and what does a stepdad do? Go on vacation. Go look at Harleys. Like, I understand people cope differently, but if my child was
Joey may be taller.
gone from my house
He
out of
does.
thin air,
He does.
I wouldn't be acting like this. Like, seriously, I wouldn't be acting like this. Okay? Like,
I mean,
and when literally there are recordings after recordings of on TikTok. Well, this is the one time I give props for the TikTok people. Is that
I mean, Chris used to be, in my opinion, I think he was pretty good looking back in the day. Whenever he had, like, there's a newspaper and he's got a clean face and he looked pretty handsome there. Yeah. I mean, we all look better 20 years ago, Jackie. Come on. We got to, but, you know, now it's more looks like a south inside of a northbound horse, but that's just me.
that phone call when Mr. Rogers called the stepdad
KP likes
and
oh,
asked, there's rumors going around that the grandmom has it. He went straight to defense mode.
mullet song.
Like,
Thank you.
this guy could play. This guy, the the time
No, honey.
so fast.
One ringy dingy. That was me. That was me that did that. We went into the Harley shop and they said that they did not have any event. They said that they didn't know anything about Sebastian or anything like that. I got you in tears laughing. He had a hairy. Ew. If it puts the lotion, Buffalo Bob, it puts the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again. That's what it is. He's gonna look like Meatloaf soon. I mean, if you go to prison, might look like Meatloaf then, but
That he went to the defensive mode, that like he could probably make it to the defensive player of the year award in the NBA. Like, he goes to the attack as soon as somebody asks about where that child is. Even on a YouTube interview live, they ask, how long have you been with Sebastian? How long were you Sebastian's stepdad? He went straight to defensive mode. If you love your child, what parent or step parent will go on defensive mode and try to dodge that question? I mean, that's just me.
what
I
is
don't know what else to
deadpan
say.
humor?
You know?
Deadpan humor?
And at this point, like, no leads, cops don't care about tips anymore. Like, I feel like the cops has already given up.
I think Hong. I think he's very hilarious. Actually, I don't think he's as funny tonight. I think tonight he's more. He's probably more tired, but um, I think he's probably trying to maybe get under someone's mullet. Maybe he's probably just trying to get under someone's mullet.
We can't give up. But at this point, like, who knows? Like, at this point, like,
Oh, I agree with that
aliens
cast
could
and
have
image.
gotten
Yeah.
this kid. And you're still pointing fingers at the father. I mean, this is absurd to me. Like, this is really, really absurd to me. Okay?
Mother chicken.
Like, and for those people that's like, just face the facts. Like
Hey,
face the
nobody.
facts. Okay. It's been 8 months, 7 months, going
That's
to
why you're
2
here.
more weeks is going to be 8 months. Okay, it's
We're
going
awesome.
to be 8 months. To be honest, it's going to be 8 months, and you're still pointing fingers at the dad that's working at a prison jailer's salary. Okay, which is not much. And every time he has a break, every time he has a day off, he's out there looking for his son. Okay? Like, the facts are there. Like, I don't want people to,
Super
I don't
chicken.
want people to just follow the TikToks, the YouTubers,
I like when he
I'm
says
just here
tiki
to
talk.
keep the awareness going because they shut off Nick. Like, Nick will be back on probably soon. Like, we'll let you know. But I'm just here to try to keep this green light.
I don't understand. Like, if he didn't get a cease and desist, then why can't he talk? I don't understand. That's what I don't understand. Like, why? Kind of looks like Buffalo Bob from Joe Dirt. Hold on, let's see. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Oops, that's not. No. That's not it. That's not it. There it is.
Might still sparkle in the dark because it's going to go complete darkness soon. Like, we can't let that happen. Okay, there's no way I'm going to let that happen. I'm not going to let that slide because there is no way in America that a child should be vanished out of thin air. Like, this is not a third world country. There's no way any American
Oh, you think it's like
should disappear in American soil. You know how
the
embarrassing that is
rumor
for our
tells
country?
it on YouTube streets.
I'm just saying,
NP police officer was called. Oh, that's
and
what it
instead
was.
of
Yeah, they called
helping,
his. Oh, that's right. They called his.
you're calling people going to the sites, following the people that's actually putting pamphlets around town, ripping it off, and call the cops on those people that's actually trying to help for vandalism. I've never seen some stuff like that. And for that church that went and trying to
Just
search
don't
like
think it
what 5-6 months
understands.
ago, even they
And
said
if you tell my
they
heart,
haven't seen stuff like this for the
thank you,
past
Bubsy.
15 years. Okay?
Think bugs. Thank you.
And when we're trying to help, every video that I watch that they're saying law enforcement is helping, law enforcement is there. There is thousands, 2,000s of law enforcement deputies helping. How are you guys? How is there help when each video I see, there's only 2, 3 cop cars or
Told him to take a
2
break.
deputies walking on a 100-acre field? What can you find
Was
with 2
Katie
people on
really?
100 acres?
What was that? Was Katie really the one turn messed? Was Katie really the one turn messed with the neighbor's? No, there's no evidence of that. There's no evidence that who is Jody Butta Fuasco? Who's this? Tell me who this is. Does anyone know? Because I really don't. Seriously, don't know. Donna, he did. And who's that? Is he the? Oh, he was in the. What was it? I just did. Yeah, Long Island. Was he in the mob? His teenage Lolita. His wife. Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. Oy vey. Lord, I'm telling you. Let me tell y'all something. Don't ever mess with anyone from New York City, Long Island, Jersey. Like they don't play. Lorena Bobbitt. Maybe he's scared. No, I don't think he's scared of that. His wife did not cut off his slong. Mullet. Okay, we'll look at it 1 second. Oh, make sure I got that off. Okay. Oh, I can't play that. The mullet song on live. What's this? Big fish, little pond. Okay. What am I looking for? I don't know if this, but if I had my own channel, I follow. 1 second, y'all. Okay, gotcha. I didn't get another one. Kelsey J wanted to let you know that my 3-year-old now runs around saying mother chickens. Yeah, sorry. Sorry. It's I'm an influencer. Sorry. Okay, oh God, bless America. All right, guys, I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna call it here. I've been live like 3 times today, 2 or 3 times today. I will be live again tomorrow if I'm alive. Love nobody. Thank you. Love your channel, Justin. You keep me sane. Thank you, nobody. Appreciate you, my dear. Appreciate you. Can you imagine you go on your lawn and there's a oi laying there with no one's attached? Oh my God. I mean, it would be like maybe something you put in your drawer. All right, guys. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate you. Love you long time. See, told you, don't mess with her. Don't mess with Miss Long Island here. I'm telling you, she'll mess you up. Thanks, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow at some point. Brittany's probably going live now. Or she might be live now. I don't know if she is or not. So Baba went on to make. Oh. How well but wait, Gene. How do you make that? How do you make that whenever you don't have a shot ski? How do you do that? A prost He has a prosthetic. Well, isn't that just something you put in your drawer? Brittany's live. Okay, good. All right, guys. Good night. Oh, the lab is live. Got you. Cool. All right. Love you guys.